Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Celine and I'm a licensed esthetician and a certified acne expert here at Art of Skincare. And welcome back to our Thursday acne chats. This is where we delve into a topic that has to do with acne. And I also take any questions that you might have. So this is a great opportunity to send me questions about your acne, about your skin, and I can give you some live feedback. I am live every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so if you want to come hang out with me every week, you can even set a little reminder on your phone, and I will be here. If I'm not here, say I'm on vacation or something, then someone else will be here at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's dive into what I have planned for today. So I get a lot of questions about what kind of acne products do well in an acne routine. And first off, I want to start by addressing that if you are using benzoyl peroxide in your acne routine, it is really going to affect what eye products you want to use. So the way that benzoyl peroxide works is that it allows oxygen deep into the pore, which kills acne bacteria. Acne bacteria cannot thrive in oxygen. This is also why we have you using lots of cleansing products, why your skin might feel a little dry during the clearing process, because you want to make sure that there isn't a ton of sebum and excess oil that is trapping the pore and keeping those acne bacteria in there without the oxygen, because the oxygen is what we need to get in there. So benzoyl peroxide, again, is getting oxygen deep into that pore, killing acne bacteria. So things that keep benzoyl peroxide from working are things like our natural sebum in our skin, the oils that it produces, as well as oils in the products that we are using. So for example, if you are on an acne routine with us, you'll notice that the last step in your evening routine is your benzoyl peroxide. You're not going to put a moisturizer on top. And you also don't put a moisturizer underneath because that will keep your benzoyl peroxide products from penetrating the pore and working. So that when it comes to your eye care, you want to make sure that you're not using eye products with lots of oils and waxes because they will just naturally travel and they will keep your benzoyl peroxide from working. So let's start with a few of my very favorite eye products that you can safely use at night with your benzoyl peroxide. The way that you'll use these products I'm going to show you is you would do your cleanser, toner, your mandelic serum or your corrective serum that you've been recommended by your esthetician, then Hydra Balance or a hydrating gel, then your eye product, allow these to dry, then finish off with your benzoyl peroxide. I have 3 products that I'm going to show you that work well with benzoyl peroxide, and I chose to talk about 3 because they have very different selling points and applications. There's very different reasons that I would recommend these to a client. So let's start off with one of our best-selling eye creams for our acne clients, or eye gels. This is the Antioxidant Peptide Eye Gel from Face Reality. Some of you might remember this used to be in a little pump bottle, but now it is in this handy little tube with this really cute tiny little spout. And the reason for this is because a little bit of this eye cream goes a very long way. Some people find that this causes a little bit of itchiness or maybe a little tingling, and that's because you've used too much, because the peptides in here are really active. If you use too much, you'll really feel that activity. So a little bit goes a long way, and that's why they have it in this tiny little tube, so that you can really just put like a tiny, smaller than a grain of rice bit. I know you're not gonna be able to see that because it's a clear gel, just the tiniest bit, and then massage it into the skin. This is the thinnest in texture of all of our eye gels, and I recommend this for my younger clients who are looking for preventative aging. So this is helping to prevent future fine lines. This has amazing antioxidant properties, so it's going to protect from environmental damage, from pollutants in the air, from sun damage. This is going to help your skin mitigate that damage, so your eyes, the skin around your eyes is going to look healthier for longer. It is the least amount hydrating, so this is really nice for people who do have oilier skin and find that other eye products just feel too heavy, too moisturizing, or too thick for their eye area. This wears beautifully under makeup because it is so weightless, so this is also a great option for during the day. Many clients just use it day and night. They just get their benefits both times in their routine and they're good to go. So again, this is for your starter eye cream. This is for preventative aging, a really easy to use go-to product that sinks in quickly. The next product I'm going to talk about is a little bit more of a heavy hitter in terms of if you have a lot of puffiness and darkness around your under eyes. This is the Celine Apothecary Aloe Cucumber Eye Gel, and this stuff smells like cucumber. Let me show you this applicator. It is so cool. So this is a metal applicator, and it is super cooling. So if you have puffier, maybe dark circles under your eyes, you need a little boost in circulation, this is a go-to because it has this cool tip and it is super cooling on the skin. You can just apply straight to the eye area, and it's so cooling and nice. It is more hydrating than the Face Reality Eye Gel. It also plays really well under makeup. Just make sure you don't apply too much. Sometimes it's easy. If you're squeezing the tube and rolling it around at the same time, you can really cake on a lot of product. So just squeeze it a tiny bit at the beginning, just get a little bit of product, and then don't squeeze it again as you massage it in, or you'll end up with a little bit too much product. But again, this is for my puffy eyes. Maybe you're starting to see some fine lines and wrinkles forming. This is going to be your go-to. If you have very sensitive eyes, this one might not be the best for you. It does have a little bit of natural fragrance in it, which can be a little more irritating to eyes that are sensitive to that. So just keep that in mind. I know there are some clients out there like that. So last but not least, in my eye gels and eye serums that are safe to use with benzoyl peroxide, I have the Michelle Corley, this is a long name, Revitalizing Peptide and Stem Cell Eye Gel. So a little short factoid about this eye gel. When Michelle Corley came out with this, people loved it so much they were using it on their whole face because it's acne safe. It's got tons of firming, wrinkle reducing peptides in it, but it's a tiny little bottle. So what she did was then she went and created the peptide face serum that you'll also see on our website that also has tons of amazing peptides. So why would you choose this one over the others? I choose this one for folks that have more mature skin. Maybe you're seeing a little more fine lines, your expression lines are getting a little deeper and you're looking to lighten those up a little bit. This is a peptide powerhouse. This is going to help with helping relax those expression lines that are constantly expressing throughout the day. It is going to actually help plump up the skin that is in your fine lines, so really patting it into those fine lines is going to help plump them up. It also works amazingly well with devices. So we love to use this with the MBK Eye Rejuvenator. That is a really lovely microcurrent device that really helps boost circulation and will also help with depuffing. So this Michelle Corley Eye Gel paired with that device is a lovely, lovely pairing. And that is my 3 eye gels. So again, all of these are safe to use in the same routine as benzoyl peroxide, so you can use these at night. I also though want to touch on if you are not using benzoyl peroxide, or if you have a dry eye area and you want something a little creamier to use during the day when you're not using your BPO, I have 2 recommendations for you. My first recommendation has been our best-selling Acne Safe Eye Cream for probably 10 years, for a very, very long time. It's a big bottle, so it lasts you forever. It's scent-free, it's creamy. Let me show you it's so hard to show textures on video. I wish I could just grab your hand and plop some on your hand. That's what I do to everyone at the office. I'll like go around and be like, hey, have you felt this product before? And people will be like, no. And I'll be like, oh, here you go. And I'll plop a drop on the back of their hand so they can feel it. I wish I could do that for you right now. But this is a lightweight lotion texture that is very hydrating. It blends in nicely, works well with makeup because it's not too waxy or oily. It really soaks into the skin, and a little goes a long way. Both of the creamy eye products I'm going to show you, a tiny bit goes a long way. I do like that this pump allows you to get a tiny bit. I know a lot of eye creams out there, you end up pumping too much every time you use it. This one, you just pump a tiny bit and you'll get a tiny little bit of product. But this is the most moisturizing of the products I'm showing today. This also has peptides that help with firming up the eye area, plumping up fine lines and wrinkles. It is lightly brightening, but is not quite as depuffing as the Celine Eye Gel that I mentioned before. This is our biggest, heaviest hitter for depuffing. So that is our Youthful Eyes. This is bestseller for so long. So many people love this. You can also use this around your lips if you're starting to see some aging around the lips. It is totally acne safe for just patting into those lip lines, especially before bed, as long as you're not using BPO at night. My other cream recommendation, this is a newer product that we brought in about a year ago that has very quickly taken off as a favorite for acne-prone skin. This is the Botany Eye Cream. This is such an amazing product and brand because they are super sustainable. So these products are all locally made over in Sausalito. That's about an hour's drive, an hour and a half drive from us. So they're very close by. They're doing everything in-house, and they just recently switched into these infinitely recyclable aluminum bottles. These are such special packaging to us. The pumps as well are very hardy pumps. These are gonna last you a long time. And you just reuse your pump. So when you're ready for another bottle, you just order the bottle and you can reuse the pump. This is a little bit thinner in texture than the Youthful Eyes, the Biome Youthful Eyes that we just mentioned. But it is still creamy and hydrating. So I pumped a little bit too much, but it is also just a kind of like a gel cream texture. Again, tiny little bit goes a long way. But I wanted to mention this one because this eye cream also doubles as an all-over acne-safe facial moisturizer. So if you want something that's just easy, like a moisturizer eye cream in one, grab the Botany Eye Cream because you can put it all over. It's safe to put right up to the eyes, and it is also anti-aging. This is plumping, this is moisturizing, and it is also soothing if you have very easily irritated skin or red skin. I see some comments, so let's go scroll through here. I have Morgan, she's one of our amazing acne experts. She is in the comment section right now as well. Let's see. Okay, yes, I see Morgan answered Sarah, but Sarah asks, at what age should someone start using an eye cream? And really in your 20s, it's just about protecting that delicate eye area. So if you are more of an essentialist in your routine, you can get away with just getting your moisturizer around the orbital bone. Don't go closer than that, but you can just use your moisturizer around your orbital bone. That'll give you antioxidants and moisture. As you hit your 30s, you're gonna start seeing more of those fine lines and expression lines, and that's when you might wanna invest in something that is a little more targeted, something that has peptides and other anti-aging ingredients like these two products here, or the two eye creams I mentioned. I really like this antioxidant peptide eye gel, but I feel that it is made for the eye care beginner, someone who is 20s and 30s, who is seeing minimal aging on their eye area, and they're looking to really protect with something lightweight and easy to use and acne safe. Let's see what else we have here. Sarah says that her 17-year-old daughter is on Face Reality. I definitely wouldn't worry about getting an eye cream in her routine right now. Just make sure that she's applying her moisturizer. That moisture is going to naturally travel up and give moisturization around the eyes. That said, if she has very dry, irritated, dry eyes, she could absolutely add in something moisturizing like the Youthful Eyes Peptide Cream. This is a great value because it's a full ounce. Both of these actually are very large for eye creams. And because you use such a tiny bit, they have great value. That's if she has very dry eyes and she just needs that extra moisture around her eyes. Otherwise, just moisturizer and she's good to go. And sunscreen. Okay, Meg asks, can an eye product help with hooded eyes to keep them from getting more hooded? So that's an interesting question. A lot of things can impact how much your hooding can increase over time and as you age. It could be a lack of circulation. It could just be genetic. You know, your face gradually does move down just naturally with gravity. There's all sorts of different things. However, using eye creams can definitely help keep your skin healthy and firm and not dehydrated, and that is going to keep the skin more firm. I would also say puffiness can really impact how hooded your eyes feel. And so doing some nice circulation massage, really making sure that you're getting that lymphatic drainage in that area can also help But I think hooded eyes are beautiful. So I don't think, I know I've had people ask me before, like, what products to use to get rid of my hooded eyes, and I think that hooded eyes is genetic and it's beautiful, and I know there's a lot of interesting beauty standards out there around hooded eyes or more lifted eyelids, and I think we all have to love our eyelids a little bit more. That's my random little spiel about loving our own eyelids. Okay, here's another question. Lily asks, are frownies or silicone patches good or effective to use on fine lines, especially for acne-prone skin, or do you have similar recommendations? Okay, so there's a couple of different aspects to this question. So frownies and silicone patches can be a really excellent way while you're sleeping to keep your muscles from really engaging. So what those are doing is, say for a frownie, for example, you're putting a patch over this expression area so that it's like taut at night. There's a patch over it. Your skin literally cannot do those expressions. So that is definitely gonna help over time. You have to be crazy consistent with those things. You have to literally be using them like every single night. And you also can't put them over skincare. So if you're using a lot of moisturizing creams and things, the pad will just fall off, or it'll lose its grip and you'll still be able to do your expressing while you're sleeping. So I have mixed feelings on those products. I just personally prefer to layer on my thick creams. I feel like I'm getting better results over the long term with getting quality ingredients in my skin. And I also know I'm not gonna be as consistent as I should be with frownies over the year. You have to literally use those ongoing for a long time to really keep expression lines from forming, because expression lines are naturally going to form. We constantly are making expressions all day. This is what happens. The other part to your question is it safe to use frownies and silicone patches over acne-prone skin? It depends. If you have any kind of corrective serum, benzoyl peroxide, mandelic serum, salicylic serum, glycolic, if you have any of those ingredients underneath the patch, that can create the patch is an occlusive layer over those things, and that can actually cause a lot of irritation on the skin. It's going to really intensify the penetration of those corrective ingredients, and it can cause a lot of irritation. Same reason why I don't recommend slugging over acne corrective serums and products, because it is just going to make those ingredients go into the skin deeper and cause irritation. So we don't want that. So if you have acne-prone skin, just make sure you're not putting those ingredients underneath your frownie or your silicone patch. And I don't recommend putting frownies directly on top of angry, inflamed acne, because we don't want to create that hot, occlusive layer over our acne. It's going to cause bacteria to fester and cause discomfort and irritation.
We have a question over from YouTube.
Ah, okay.
Nikki wants to know, what eye product do you recommend if using tretinoin?
So if you're using tretinoin, your skin is going to be drier and more irritated, so you want moisture, moisture, moisture. I also highly recommend applying your creamy eye cream underneath the tretinoin. That is going to give the eye area a little bit of a buffer against the tretinoin. So your skin will still absorb it, but it's going to be a nice little buffer to keep that delicate eye area from getting overexposed to the retinols and getting overly dry, overly irritated, and sun sensitive. A favorite of mine for that would be the Youthful Eyes Peptide Cream. This is the creamiest and heaviest of our acne-safe eye creams, so it's going to give your skin a nice protective layer against the tretinoin. You can also apply this into other areas that the tretinoin causes excessive dryness and irritation to kind of buffer those areas. So for example, when I use more stronger corrective products, I'm more prone to dryness and irritation in my nasolabial folds, in these laugh lines here, and then even sometimes on my chin here. So something like this that is acne safe, you can apply a thin layer before the tretinoin to help protect those areas that are more sensitive. And since this helps with fine lines and wrinkles, it is actually really beneficial to apply it to some of these areas where we get more lines. So that's my tip for tretinoin. If you are not acne prone, we do have some other heavier, richer, and thicker eye creams that could work really well with tretinoin. You can reach out to our live chat and we can kind of go through some options for you as well. Meg asks, do you ever layer eye product? Yes, that's something that I wanted to mention today that I hadn't gotten to yet, is you can absolutely layer a cream over a gel or eye serum, and I think that is a really great way to get a full impact of product. So eye serums are a lighter weight. You can use thinner molecules like hyaluronic acid, little peptides, and they're gonna penetrate deeper in a thinner formula. They're not gonna give you hydration, the deep hydration that a cream can give you. So layering a serum with a cream on top is a great way to get really potent serum ingredients with that nice layer of cushy moisture on top. So you can 100% do that. All of these products could potentially be layered. They're all very friendly to layering products, putting makeup on top, and putting sunscreen on top. So Sarah's wondering, can that also be used before Acne Med? I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'll just run through them real quick. Eye cream, youthfulized peptide cream, not to be used with benzoyl peroxide. If something is creamy and it has oils in it, don't use it with your benzoyl peroxide. If it's an eye gel or an eye serum, like these three, you can absolutely use them with your benzoyl peroxide. I recommend applying before your benzoyl peroxide so you don't accidentally rub benzoyl peroxide closer into your eye area. You can also use all of these around the lips as well, and to prevent dryness from your benzoyl peroxide around the mouth area. All right, shoot me any more questions that you guys may have.
We have a follow-up question from Nikki.
Awesome.
She says she has the Eyes Clinical Net Complex that she purchased from us. She says Gina has used it on her eyes in one of her videos. Would that work?
Oh, I have not tried that. I'll have to ask Gina about that. I have not personally tried using that product around my eyes, so I can't necessarily specify to its benefits, but that is definitely an interesting hack that I'll have to ask Gina about her experience with that. If you want to, you can follow up with live chat. We'll go talk to Gina and you can go into live chat and say, hey, I'm Nikki from YouTube. I was wondering about using that Neck Perfect on my eyes, and we'll follow up with you on that and make sure that's safe to do. Because I'm just not sure. I've never used that product on the eye area before. Okay, Meg asks, what if you only use BP around mouth and chin? Can you still use creamy? Yes. So if you are only treating maybe your chin and jawline and you're not using benzoyl peroxide up here, go for it. Use that creamy eye cream. There's going to be such a big space between that. It's not going to travel all the way down your cheeks into your jaw and disable the BPO. I would be cautious, like if you're trying to do like moisturizer right here and then benzoyl down here, that could start kind of mixing and traveling and might cause issues or just minimize the positive effects of your BPO. But the eye cream, that's gonna be such a far distance, you're gonna be good with that. All right, any other questions from YouTube, Ben?
Nope.
All right. This has been so fun. I love nerding out about products. Let me know what you guys like in these videos. I would love it if you guys would reach out to live chat or even shoot us an email at glow@artofskincare.com. Let us know what you like and dislike about videos. I want to know all of it. I love to sit here nerding about products, but I can nerd about whatever. So I'm here to help you guys learn more about your skin, and I would love to get your feedback. See if any more questions came in the meantime. Looks like we are good. I will be back a week from today, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I will see you all next